Hello once again, and this tutorial will help you with FDP worksheet 109, okay? It's how to create a pie chart using just an image of a protractor. Now, since we are doing online learning, you may or may not have a protractor on hand. No problem. All you need to do is to go to Chrome and search for protractor, okay? Now, you can use, protractors. Some of them show half and the others show a full circle. I would recommend taking the full circle because it will be easier to use when you are using just a virtual protractor, okay? So how do you copy the image? So with your Apple Pen, press down on the image and you will see this come out, okay? Copy image. And once it's copied, go back to Good Notes, okay? Now, take your pen again. Make sure that you are using this, the lasso, okay? So tap on the lasso and tap on the screen and then press paste. There you have your image of the protractor, okay? So what do you do next? Make it look something as beautiful as that. How do you do that? No problem, easy. So click on the picture icon over there, okay? Once you click on it, tap on the picture that you just downloaded. There you go. And tap it again and you will see crop. Now you have two choices at the bottom. You have rectangle and freehand. Choose freehand. Then you just need to trace carefully around the circle, okay? Try to remove as much of the white part as you can, okay? So I'm just doing it a little bit faster for the video purposes, but when you're doing it by yourself at home, try to make it as nice as possible, okay? So there you go. As you can see, it's quite ugly over here. That's because I was in a hurry. But if you put in the time, okay, you will see that you can make it as nice as possible, okay? So I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to use this one, okay? Just because. Okay, so here's a copy of the protractor that I just made. Okay, now let's try to make a pie chart using the data in this spread table. Okay, so as you remember from the previous from the beginning of worksheet 109, okay, this is how you calculate for the degrees and the percentage. Okay, so that we surveyed a total of 100 people and 50 of them chose red, 10 chose yellow, and 40 chose blue. How do we make it into a fraction? Okay, this is the numerator and the total is the denominator. So it becomes 50 over 100, 10 over 100, 40 over 100. And make the fraction into a decimal. So a fraction is a division problem. So 50 divided by 100 is 0.5. 10 divided by 100 is 0.1. 40 divided by 100 is 0.4. Next, we calculate the degrees. Now, if you remember from the beginning of this worksheet, we multiply the decimal. We multiply the decimal by 360 degrees. Why? This is why. See? This is a full circle. That's why I wanted you to download the full circle. And if you see, the full circle has a total of 360 degrees. But Miss Nas, I don't see 360 degrees. Well, 360 degrees shares its spot with 0. So this is 0 and you go all around the circle, and when you come back here, this is 360, okay? Full circle. Okay, so now How do we make a pie chart? Let's use the shapes, okay, where my arrow is pointing. So tick on that one, and let's choose black. Okay, so I am just going to make myself a circle over here. Okay, once that's done, tick on the picture icon again and tap on your protractor and move it over here. Okay, let's say your protractor was kind of smaller than the circle. No problem. Pull it until until it kind of is the same size as the circle that you drew, and then tap on any part of your of your screen, not the picture, any part, and see what happens. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Do you see that? Do you see that? Look at that. The outline of the circle that you just made is on top of your virtual protractor. Okay, so now go back to this one, the shapes, okay? And we are going to put in the lines. So let us put in red. Now red is 180 degrees, okay? So I tap there. So 0, I just put a mark. And 180 degrees, see, is over at the bottom. There you go. There's 180 degrees, okay? So you can do one of two things. You can either just freehand it and the line becomes automatically straight. If you don't want to do that, you can use any straight-edged object. Like the cheat sheet that I used, the what do you call this? The index card. I can put it on top of the screen and follow the line. Or I have a plastic ruler, I can do the same thing, okay? So now we did this already. We know that's red. So I am going to label it red. And this time, I'm going to write down the percentage because red occupies 50% of the pie chart. Okay? So we started with the degrees, but I labeled it using the percentage. Okay? So we did the degrees, but the labeling is the percentage. Okay? Well, now I'm going to remove that because it's going to oh no, why should I remove that? Let's put it back. Okay? Next, let's do yellow. Yellow is 36 degrees. Okay? So you have an option. You can tap this and you can rotate it until the 0 goes here, but that's too much effort. So what you can do, you just count, okay? So if this was 0, okay, if this was 0, make this 0, this will be 10, this will be 20, this will be 30. Why? See this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each of these long ones, okay, total 10. And the short ones are 5, okay? So 30, and what do we need? 36. Okay, so I need to move how many more? If that's 30, this is 35, and then therefore this is 36, okay? This one is 36. Okay, so again, you can just trace it out. But maybe for this one, I am going to use my straight-edged object. Okay, so I'm using my index card. And I'm just putting it right the center over here and 36. Just like you would use a ruler and your paper and ruler. There you go. It's not the most beautiful of lines, but it hits the 36, so that's fine. Then I'm going to label it. Okay, this is yellow, and yellow is 10%. Again, I used the degrees, Okay? Use the degrees to look for the location, and then we use the percentage to label the piece of the pie. Okay? Now, you're done with 2. No problem with blue. But let's just check. Is it really 144? Okay? So let's go and start with 0 again. Okay? This time, let's use this 0. So let's count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so this is 140, and let's expand. So remember, it's 144, okay? Let's make it bigger. And what do you see? That's 140, 141, 142, 143, 144. 144 degrees. Okay. So, again, we used 144. There you go, 144. And how do I label this? Let's just make this blue. Blue. 104, no, not 144. We use the percentage 40%. Okay? So we label with that, but we use 144 to look for the size of the slice, but we use the percentage to label the slice. Okay? Now, how do I get rid of the protractor so that I can see my beautiful pie chart? Easy. Go back to the picture, tap on it, and then tap on your protractor and move it away. You can even make it smaller. There you go. You have your pie chart. Okay? So you can go ahead, see what I did. I just erased all the extra lines, and then I just colored it using the highlighter. Now, one thing, whenever you color with the highlighter, make sure this one is off, okay? Because when that's on, you won't be able to color. It will just turn out to be a straight line, and then it's so annoying, okay? So that is how to create a pie chart using an image of a protractor, okay? So I hope this helps you complete the first task in Worksheet 109. Okay? Bye-bye.